Drippy, it's amazing. It is a tool. It's the same way as if a sharpshooter who's using a gun, like they will perform way better with that gun than somebody who just picked up the gun for the first time. Like Drippy, you can send 1,000 DMs a day, put everything on autopilot and just like magically get clients. For every like 140 DMs we get an appointment.
Dude, that contact to booking ratio is insane. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are here with Victor at Real Growth Institute. Victor, what's up, man? How are you? Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, all good, man. Excited for it. How are you doing?
Sweet, doing well, man, doing well. So dude, talk to us. Can you give me like a high level overview of who you are, what you guys do, and just kind of a little bit about you guys?
Sure, yeah. So I'm Victor, founder of a company called Real Growth Institute. We essentially help coaches that have a deep expertise in their field. They love helping others, but they aren't really like marketing people. And so we basically make business growth really simple by plugging in our marketing systems into their business.
Got it. Sweet. So coaches, do you guys work with like any type of coaches, or is it like a specific, like, hey, I only work with like fitness coaches, or can you talk to that a little bit?
So I've like previously I was a personal development coach. So like when I first started helping those people out, I first started helping kind of the people that I used to be. And then kind of as time went on, I've expanded, other people started reaching out to me. And so I've basically expanded. Now I'm helping people like career coaches as well. So kind of expanding out a little bit, but primarily used to help personal development coaches, now expanding out.
Got it. Okay, sweet. Awesome, dude. And I guess like you're using Drippy now. You've been a user for a while now. We were talking off camera. And like, I guess before Drippy, how were you going about finding these clients, or have you just always used Drippy for the specific offer? Or how did that go?
So Twitter organic still works great for me. Like I would do, I would post content, people would follow me, I'd reach out to them. We have appointment setting processes that I use myself that work really well. So that's why when I did go over to Drippy, it was basically like making that on steroids, because it's like, if you're good at appointment setting and you use Drippy, it's just like, yeah, you just get infinite appointments.
Beautiful. Wait, so and I remember, dude, because we've talked before, you have like I don't know if you want to talk about like your secret sauce, but I remember you do like one specific thing that I don't know if you want to talk about it, but like what's your secret sauce when it comes to booking appointments?
So I'll talk in principles because I think that's the best way for people to learn. The best thing to do is like you want to mesh quality and quantity, right? So by quality, what we mean is like personalization. And so like what we do that works really well for us is essentially we go out of our way to actually send voice notes, right? So that works really well for us because what you do is you do actually, like you're saying that person's name after, they responded to your initial message. And so it feels a lot more personalized. You get much higher reply rates. And yeah, it basically, you mix quality and quantity.
Beautiful. And yeah, dude, I was watching, I just recorded a YouTube video like last week going over like what Alex Hormozi says about cold outreach. And he talks about like the best cold outreach being max volume and max personalization. And that's kind of what we try to do with Drippy, right? And I think with your like voice note method, like dude, it's so good because like number one, no one does it. And number two, it's like way less of a lift compared to like a Loom video, right? Like whenever I send Loom videos, I send like 10-minute Loom videos, dude. And then I have to do like 2x speed for people to actually watch them. But it works really, really well for us, right? Because it's like super, super in depth. But dude, I think you can skip all that with like a really good voice note. And what's the limit on voice notes? Like 2-3 minutes on Twitter?
To be fair, I don't go up to the limit because people's, they've got a couple minutes to go on their phone maximum, right? Yeah. Like on Twitter. So yeah, I don't recommend sending anything above like a 45-second like voice note. Like that's like what we do is we send it straight after they've just replied. And you wanna send it so that it's like it still holds their attention as well.
Right. Got it. And then is it just you like kind of doing all the voice notes, or do you have a team now kind of taking care of voice notes for you? Because I mean that's also a great thing about voice notes. It's really scalable, dude. Like as long as just any other guy voice, so any appointment setter really can do that as long as they have like your account or whatever account they're running it from on their phone, right? Because you can't do voice notes like through the computer, but you can do voice notes on through the phone. Is it just you right now, or are you like planning on scaling that up, or how's that going?
Yeah, right now it's me. I'm literally in the process of scaling it up. Um, Previously, because I would be doing like Instagram, and now I've been doing Twitter for like 90 days roughly. So it takes time to like obviously scale this operation up, right? So in terms of I wanted to touch on something that you mentioned earlier about like quantity quality. I feel like people, when they see like Drippy that's like you can send 1,000 DMs a day, they just want to put everything on autopilot and just like magically get clients, right? But it's like if you're at the beginning stages of your business, at least, right, you should maximize like every lead that you get, right? So it's like if you just like want to just like automate everything, yeah, of course you can send thousands of DMs a day, but you'll probably get a really bad booking rate. Whereas if you send like a lot of DMs like we do, but then you actually maximize the leads that you get, then you'll get like a way higher booking rate. Like we get like for every like 140 DMs we get an appointment.
Dude, that contact to booking ratio is insane. 140. Because like, dude, typically for cold email, it's like if you're booking one, and this might be really long, but I'm pretty sure it's like if you book one meeting out of every 1,000 like reach outs, then that's pretty solid, or that's like acceptable in the cold email world. But dude, you're getting one booked call from every 140 reach outs.
Yeah, that are entirely like automated on your end, but like
automated.
It takes me like 30 seconds to book someone.
Beautiful. Yeah. And dude, I guess like right now we're seeing a shift where I'm hopping on a bunch of calls and people are saying like, hey, like what would you say to people that say that DMs don't work or that people don't check their DMs, like just in your experience?
Skill issue.
Nice.
Skill issue. Yeah. If it works for me, then it can work for other people. I'm in a red ocean. Like I'm in probably arguably the most competitive market on the internet. Like and it works. So like it's because we have a process that works. Like it's Drippy, it's amazing. It is a tool. It's the same way as if a sharpshooter who's using a gun, like they will perform way better with that gun than somebody who just picked up the gun for the first time. Like, right. You know what I mean? It's a tool to then input your skill to get output, which is appointments and clients, right? It's an input-output equation where the input is also your skill.
I agree. Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And like, especially if you already have like something that's working really, really well on like LinkedIn or like email, if it's already working there, odds are you can kind of just take that, like that same process, take that, plug it into Twitter, maybe just change up the format a little bit, because the formatting is different. Twitter is a little bit less formal than these other platforms. And then that will work really well. Because if you have an angle and a script that's working well, like an offer that's working well, like in any type of cold outreach, that's one-to-one, not one-to-many, because like you never want your one-to-one to look like it's a one-to-many. That's kind of when things go haywire. But if you're running successful one-to-one out, which is what outreach is, right? You can't do one-to-many outreach. But if you're running that successfully, and then you just kind of take those principles and apply them into Twitter, it's gonna work, right? Because outreach, again, is one of those things that it works. You just need to find something that works. So I think it's super fitting that you said skill issue, because I couldn't be more like in line with that, dude. I couldn't be more in line with that. Sweet. And so you've been running Drippy or Twitter for 90 days. I guess like how did those 90 days shape out, and kind of where are we at now?
So I've been running Drippy for like 10 days. I've been doing
there we go.
Yeah, and funnily enough, like Drippy got us a client. Using the Drippy system, got us a client like 2 days ago. I've been obviously getting clients prior to that through Twitter warm outreach and also like content, but then like utilizing Drippy kind of just like amplifies everything to a great extent, and it's been great, honestly. Couldn't recommend it anymore.
Beautiful. And then I guess in terms of like, was it like your stuff is high ticket, right? Because
Yeah.
that's also something people tend to say is like, hey, like yes, this like beautiful, but my stuff is that was worth like I sell my stuff for thousands of dollars. I don't know if those types of people are on Twitter. Can you maybe talk to that and in your experience, like, because you sell expensive stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, we sell consulting, high ticket offer. Yeah, so Twitter is actually like got the highest, in my opinion, arguably one of the highest, up there with LinkedIn in terms of quality of the people that are on there.
Yeah, no,
So I would
which is
actually, yeah,
yeah, and it's great that you mentioned that because like that's kind of the shift that we're seeing. We get a lot of comments saying like, "Hey, Twitter right now is where LinkedIn was at when like the whole like LinkedIn automation game started, right? There's not too many players on Twitter. Like the honestly like there's a bunch of people reaching out to other people on Twitter, but
hmm
not to like the number one again skill issue. So they're not doing it.
yeah,
It's not a super. They're not like optimizing. They don't have a process, right? They're not doing it
hmm
to the best like in the best way possible. And number two, they're not reaching out to the actual big clients. Everyone's reaching out to like
hmm
other 25-year-olds making money online. No one's
yeah,
reaching out to the business owners that have been running their business for 20 years. Right. And I think that's the biggest opportunity, like reaching out to people that no one else reaches out to. Because those offers for cold outreach tend to work, or those like that type of targeting works the best with cold outreach. But having said that, again, you're in a red ocean, dude, and you're making it work, which is
hmm
awesome. It just goes to show your skill. And it just goes to show that if you're a coach and you're watching this, you should work with my man Victor right here. So dude, Victor, where can people find you, dude?
yeah. So I just recently launched my YouTube channel, which is pretty
There
cool.
we go.
So yeah, would be happy to have you guys over there as well, and obviously subscribe to Drippy on YouTube as well. Thanks.
There we go. Sweet. And we'll leave Victor's links down below in the description. I guess just to end things off, dude. Like in terms of ROI, what has your ROI like in rough terms, or maybe if you can talk about like numbers that you sold this just last client on, or in terms of ROI, right? Like how much are you paying for Drippy, and then like how much more are you making off of it?
Oh man, it's in the like thousands of percents and maybe even tens of thousands of percents.
Wait, how much did you sell this guy for, dude?
But I'm talking about because like, if we're talking on a monthly ROI, like, like in terms of the amount of calls like I book, like I like to value based on the calls, like yeah, like definitely thousands of percentages, but like it definitely will be in the tens of thousands of percentages if we extrapolate it over a 30-day time period. I've only been for 10 days, but if we extrapolate over 30, yeah, tens of thousands, like 100x at least.
Damn, dude. And that sounds pretty nice. Cause yeah, like how much are you paying? Like what Drippy plan are you on right now?
I'm on the uh, was it like $120 a month, something
Like
like that?
you're so you can send what 4,000 messages? That one?
Yeah, yeah. I've got the one with three accounts, but man, yeah, I'm definitely gonna scale that up. Like it's just, yeah,
Dude, no, because
I'm in the
I mean
process of doing that.
but it just goes to show like Twitter's a platform where you can send a ton of volume, but you don't necessarily need to send a ton of volume
Yeah,
to get the results, right? Which is
yeah,
beautiful because it's like, okay, yes, volume is great, but if you can get really good results without the volume, it just means you can kind of just like scale that up,
yeah.
and it wouldn't be an issue. And then last thing, because I know you're doing content. How do you see those two working together? Like, do you see a correlation between the more content I put out, the better my reply rates are, the better my contact to lead ratio is, or how do you see that playing out?
Yeah, so this is actually the whole principle behind like the type of marketing that I do, and I also help my clients do. Is that yeah, sure, if you do just content, and you get really good at just content, you will get clients eventually. However, if you do content and you also do cold outreach, the performance of the overall strategy, and also ads on top of that as well, the performance of the overall strategy goes up, because if somebody sees your content and they see a cold DM, they're more likely to reply. If they see your content, they see your ad, they see your cold DM, they're more likely to reply even more, right? So that's why we call it a marketing ecosystem, where you basically mesh the strategies, and it works at like an amazing rate, and that's why probably we're able to book so many damn appointments Actually, I know that's why.
Beautiful. Yeah, dude. No, because that's what we've seen, and that's kind of what we encourage all like the like every Drippy user and everyone that's like gonna hop on Twitter is like, okay, like yes, you do need like you can get results without having a ton of content, but having like an optimized profile and then like just having content in there that people will be able to see and be like, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about, is just going to make your results go like just be exponentially better. Quick and easy way to do that with like a bunch of the new done for you clients are really active on LinkedIn, but they're not too active on Twitter, right? And so what we're saying is like, hey, let's just take all the content you have on LinkedIn, let's just kind of format it for Twitter and let's post on Twitter, right? And you can just schedule it out. Like it's not like you have to be like copy pasting stuff. So you can just schedule it out, have it run for like a month, and then that typically works well. And then something else that we've seen work really well, like on my profile, I have like one of our biggest case studies, like the case study video, right? So it's like how we booked this PR firm 128 or what was it 161 sales calls in 30 days and they collected almost 130K in cash, right? So it's like that video, and it's like a really well edited video. It's also on our YouTube channel, so it's like people just like you can just transfer that trust and that authority way better than you can with like a cold email per se, right? Because cold email, people need to like take the link, they need to plug it into Twitter, or they need to plug it into Google. But here it's kind of they just hit one button and then you're good to go. So dude, that is super sweet. Anything else you think the audience should know about Twitter outreach, Twitter DMs, anything?
Yeah, I mean, if somebody is on Twitter and they're crushing it, that means you can too, you know.
There we go. Awesome. Well, dude, Victor, again, we're gonna leave all of Victor's links down below in the description. If you guys are coaches and you want to check Victor out, hit him up on Twitter, right? That would be the easiest way to
Twitter.
find you.
Yeah, Twitter, definitely.
There we go. So Twitter, Victor, appreciate you a ton for hopping on, man. We'll stay in touch. Once you start closing more clients, dude, let me know so we can do an update on this little interview. And yeah, dude, we'll stay in touch. Appreciate you a ton, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Peace.
All the best. Bye.